Welcome to another video, Body Connection, and today we are breaking down 7 patterns that every human should do. And these 7 patterns are simply the foundation of almost every exercise and every movement that we do in our daily life. And if we train them regularly, we are developing the strength, mobility, coordination, and resilience. And these 7 patterns are the squat, the hinge, push, pull, carry, rotation, and locomotion. And now let's break them down. Today we're going to break down the pulling pattern when it comes to the back strength and your posture. You see, when it comes to pulling movements, they're essential when it comes to building a strong back for the better posture, for your shoulder health, and for your overall upper body balance. See, today most people spending hours in sitting or even standing with the rounded shoulders and spending a lot of time on the phone. See, pulling will help you to bring that strength back. And when it comes to your upper back, your lats, your rear delts or shoulders, back of your shoulders, and also muscles that support your spine. You see, a strong pulling pattern will improve your posture, will reduce the shoulder discomfort, will also protect your neck and create a better movements for your daily life. So we're gonna break them down from beginner to intermediate to advanced, and we're gonna show you how you can make it better. So the first thing that we're going to do, we're going to go with level number 1, that is simply a beginner, and we're going to talk about foundation and control. So first thing that you have to understand is how the scapula work when it comes to pulling motion. In pulling motion, normally the beginners start with the horizontal position or horizontal pull. It's a little bit more easy. So the first move is going to be a simply bend row. So we're going to take a bend, we're going to stay in a position where we're comfortable, shoulder width apart position. Then what I want to do from here, I simply want to prepare my shoulders for pulling movement. It means I'm going to retract my shoulders, send the shoulders all the way back and send them down. So I'm going to stabilize my scapula, my shoulder blades in that position. And then what I want to do from here is simply pulling all the way and keeping my chest all the way up. Then let it go and let my scapula stay always in the back. You see, I don't collapse. I could collapse only if I want to have more stretch when it comes to my lats. So, first important things to know, like we say, okay, I want to retract the scapula, send them down. Then I want to pull my shoulder blades, I hold for 2 seconds, and then I let it go. So pulling, chest is all the way up, and bring it back. Now to show you how the pulling motion will look like if you don't put the shoulder blades in the right position, this is how everything is gonna look. If you simply stay in this position, you stay rounded or you stay normal, and you will pull with your hands. Now we don't wanna pull with our hands. What we wanna do, we wanna stabilize the scapula and then pull from our back, right? Because this will work if you see from the side here. So here, pulling, bringing my chest all the way back. You see, when it comes to sending the chest up, okay, it means it will help me that I'm not rounded. I can go all the way inside and take the maximum squeeze that I can have. Now, obviously, when it comes to engagement and the band, first, you're gonna start with a light band and then slowly progress. Build it up from 10 to 12 repetitions, and then you're gonna simply progress. Use also the band that can challenge you a little bit. This is why in the beginning we have option of using machine, can be also a cable row when you simply sit and you work on a better engagement and with a light weight. Now, for example, when it comes to stretch that we talked before, I also have, if I will use the seated row machine, I also have a chance to go all the way back, then stretch and then bring the scapula back, bring the chest up, engage and let it go. So stretch my lats, bring the scapula first, chest all the way back and stretch. When it comes to body weight, we have the rings or we have the rows. When it comes to rows, we can use obviously the single bar or the barbell, inverted rows, or we can simply go with the rings. So from the rings, for example, this is how it's gonna look like. And with the rings, the beautiful thing is that on the rings, you have chance to place your arm however is more pleasant for you or for your shoulders. What I mean by that, If you will have a fixed object that can be a bar, you can simply pull on one direction. Plus, you're limited. You see, the bar will hit your chest and this is where the limit happens. But if you use the rings, maybe your shoulders need more rotation. It means you can come where normally the chest is and you can go much deeper. Or you can even keep in a supinated grip to engage a little bit more biceps. And when it comes to body weight also, the beauty thing is that first you learn with the band, then you play with the rings or with the angle of your body. It means you decide how hard you want to make movement to look like. So if we take the ring and I will simply stay in a regular position, you see here, I retract my shoulders, stabilize the scapula, I pull and I go all the way up. Now when it comes to rings or TRX or even inverted rows using the bar, what we want to do here, if I will keep my weight on my legs, you see the weight is still on my legs, but if I will go up on my heels, now the weight is much more on my hands and on my back. Now here, obviously, to make it harder is all about playing with the angle of your body. What I mean by that? So the more I lean, the harder it will be. If I will simply raise my legs up now, it will be even harder. Okay, if I will completely lift my legs up and simply do with the body weight, it will be even more hard. Okay, a very important part is to keep shoulders always in retraction. Okay, and then obviously from here, slowly you can progress. And we say that also in the beginning phase, we can use machines, so you can use the cable row. And in the same time, because there will be the there will be the horizontal pull, we also have position to use the lateral pull down machine and simply go with the vertical pull. Now we don't have machine here, but the idea is clear. Difference between machine and sitting is a little bit more isolated move. It means you will focus, target only lats and a bit of your, obviously your upper back and your arms. But when it comes to body weight, the engagement must be full. There is a full body control. The core is active. You see, if I use machine, the core is not active because I'm sitting, but with body weight it's much harder. So obviously using the lateral pull down, now we don't have to retract the shoulders and send them down. We will have to depress the scapula and send it all the way down. What I mean by that? In horizontal pull, what happened with the scapula is that I'm retracting and sending the scapula down. In pulling motion, in vertical pull, I have to depress the scapula, okay? So depressing the scapula and send it all the way back. Now I'm ready for the pull. So same will be also in the lateral pull down. I'm not pulling from the arms. I'm not simply pulling here because my shoulder will come back. What I want to do, they will roll forward. What I want to do, I want to first stabilize and send the scapula down, bring my chest all the way up, and then go. You see how much now I can go down. The lats are engaged. I'm not rounding forward. I'm using my lats and my back. So this is when it comes to beginner level 1, where we build foundation and control. In level number 2, we simply work on the strain and full body control. It means now we are passing to a little bit harder movements. Now, first movement when it comes to body weight and a little bit harder will be the chin-up. And the reason why I'm choosing the chin-up and not the pull-up, because for most people, chin-up is the first thing that comes more easy. The reason for that, in the pull-up, you see, you really need to have a strong lats. You need to have a strong grip also to perform the movement, and you will also need to have a strong core, or you will have to have some core engagement. Because the pull-up is nothing less than pulling yourself with your lats. Arms will still be engaged, but they are not the main component. When it comes to chin-up, the most people are more lucky and they can use better with chin-up because the arms are a little bit more dominant. It means instead of starting wide from my lats, I will start with supinated grip, not pronated, and the arms will be the first one to go. Obviously, same thing. I will have to depress the scapula and go up with my arms. But for many beginners, most of the time, chin-ups are more easy. So try and see what works for you. Maybe you're lucky, maybe pull-up is easier. But when it comes to beginners, pull-up is, in the beginning, one of the hardest movements that you can do. Here, you have two different options. Option number 1, you can use the rings. Option number 2, you can use the bar. Now, when it comes to rings, again, the arms will follow whatever they can, so maybe it's a little bit more easy for the shoulders, not easy for the grip. So chin-up, for example, if I will use the rings, this is how it's going to look like. I can be all the way down. You see, first thing that I need to do, is engage my scapula, go all the way up, and then slowly and relax. Go all the way up, slowly, and let go. When it comes to the bar, similar, we're gonna try to go all the way up here. I can do the same. Obviously, when it comes to learning, you can use the band assistant, okay? You don't have to learn immediately by using your body weight, but same will be here. You see, in body weight, I need to have my core engaged. Everything is engaged. I lift my scapula, so this will be the pull-up. And then same will be for the chin-up. I can go from here, here, all the way, engage. When everything is clear, I go all the way up. I control full range of motion. All the way up and full down. Now there is a third way that many people are even more comfortable. It's not a pull-up, it's not a chin-up, it's a neutral grip pull-up. This for many people is even better. The reason for that, because in the same time we have lats, in the same time we have arms. And it's nothing else than using the monkey bars. And again, same thing like before, we simply use the bars in the middle, find the position, engage the core, and then again. Pull all the way down. So it's really important also that you learn full range of motion and control all the way down. Now, many people also bend their legs and obviously work more on the back engagement. But when it comes to calisthenics, we're not so much for this because we like to always keep the body fully strained that transmit matter into calisthenics movements. Now, from here, we can, for example, use same in strength and full body engagement. We can start using dumbbells and even barbells. Here we have, for example, inverted rows, inverted rows, or we also have the barbell rows. So for example, we have 20 kilo. Same will be, what changed here is that you will have the weight, then you place, find a position, hinge, lean, and then instead of simply having my hands straight, you see I always have to retract my scapula back. I can slightly put them forward. I row all the way, full extend. Row all the way, full extend. Row, engage, full extend. It's not just simply going up and down. You decide, in base of obviously progression, it's still into intermediate move. Obviously you can also use one arm, one dumbbell when it comes to engagement, where you simply take the weight, place your hand, and then same, rowing up, controlling, rowing up, controlling. Obviously, in base of what you need, you will play with that. And then here, for example, we also have different machines. It can be a chest support row, when you simply use the machine when your chest is supported, and go and row. So now from here, we are passing into more advanced pulling movements are weighted pull-ups, weighted chin-ups, muscle-ups, front lever progression, or even archer pull-up, or even rope climbing. So this is a little bit more advanced that obviously people first have to build the foundation, build the basics, make some strength, and then go directly to harder. This is more about power and obviously gymnastics. Now, from here, when it comes to weighted pull-ups, okay, we have different options. We have traditional weighted belt that normally use the chain. We have a normal weighted vest when it comes to a little bit more advanced, when they use only straps now. Now, very important, when it comes to slowly start building your reps and building your strength, it means start adding the weight slowly. If somebody who training for pull-ups and I can go with 10, 12 pull-ups, it's time for me to start weighted. It means I will start with 5 kilo, 10 kilo, 15 kilo, 20 kilo, and then build. I will go with 5 repetitions and then build, and then slowly when I feel it's time, I can add some more. One thing to consider is, for example, from when I come to my training, I like to obviously first warm up. It means I will do few reps or few sets when it comes to body weight. Then I'm gonna slowly start adding weight. And then obviously I will go with my maximum in base of what I need to train. Okay, there is one max rep 1 rep max. There is 5, 5 and 5. This is more for strength. And then obviously you decide how you can make it happen. And then we also have weighted vest. This is also another powerful tool when it comes to using the weighted movements, okay? Now when it comes to jacket, there is jacket that start, for example, with 10 kilo, 20 kilo, and this is also powerful because it's easy to put. You have possibility to change 1 kilo plate every time, so I think this is 12 kilo, and then from here build up. When you become a little bit more advanced, you can use the jacket that is more for upper body, and then use the belt obviously to go even harder. And here, very important is simply to slowly build up in base of your level. Then when it comes to body weight, we have muscle ups. Muscle up, for example, is one of the more powerful movements because it's a combination of explosive pull and also combination of push. Now, obviously, we're not talking about progressions and how to train for that. We're simply breaking down the pulling patterns, but the goal is very simple. You have chance to use the jumping muscle up, starting from the box. For the beginners, you have chance to use the band. For the beginners, a little bit more advanced to use, you have to learn how to swing and where is your maximum point of pulling. And then obviously you have straight bar dips, and then you have transition, and then you combine everything together. And then we also have a front lever when it comes to pull. Now, muscle up, you see, it's a little bit more technical, I will say, because when it comes to muscle up, there is a lot of strain because you have to be able to go all over the bar. You have to pull high, you have to make the transition, and then push all the way, and then combine everything together. When it comes to front lever, this is a little bit more different. This normally we don't repeat for reps. This is normally a movement, a static movement. We hold the position for time. Now, I will just try to show for a second what it is, but instead of working on the muscles, okay, we still will work on the muscle, but it's a little bit more difficult because here we need to learn really the progression of how to hold the body completely floating in the air in the horizontal position. And obviously there is different way that we can train for that. But this is still part of the pulling. And here more than ever, you will understand why we start with the first movement with understanding how the scapula works. Because if I would go upside down and put my body to hold, in my scapula collapse, my whole posture will collapse. So I really have to train my body how to keep the scapula there. It doesn't matter how I enter. Once when I'm in the move, see, I can simply be there, hold, play, boom. But I have to know, I have to condition my body to learn. Obviously there is a progression when you start with tuck position, slowly open and all. So now you understand, and when it comes to a little bit more advanced, you have to go through foundations. You have to understand how the control work, how the scapula work, how the full body engagement and strength work, why we need to work for strength so that we can build to be able to condition. Sometimes, for many people, we're not obviously into calisthenics, we're not into muscle ups, we just want to build strength, build muscles, and then obviously we use weight. We have machines that are a little bit more easy to use. They will guide you for most of the time in a safe move, because more or less the pattern is that, more or less the movement is that, so it's more easy. And then obviously you have a bit more advanced, that is into body weight, is more into control, is more into body awareness. You need to understand how your body moves, how the center of the gravity works when you're upside down. And then this is the beauty of movement. And you see the difference, you understand what your body needs. When it comes to simply muscle engagement, there is many things that we can do. Now, another powerful movement also that we use in calisthenics, and obviously when it comes to machine and cables, we use the face pull that works for the rear delts. It means the muscle responsible to keep not only my back, but it's the back of the shoulders. You see the back of the shoulder that will keep everything tight. And most of the time, most of us are not using this muscle. Now, yes, there is many ways that we can do. We can use dumbbells, we can do reverse fly. We can also use the Cuban rotation, maybe it's a little bit more accessory move, but we can also use the rings, or we can use the cables. So when it comes to rings, Here the same. I can simply go into a Facebook. When I simulate the move, I can go from here, I can open and come back. I can do it straight, all the way and come back. All the way straight and come back. When it comes to cables, for example, okay, now we're gonna simulate that we have cables, but when it comes to cables, this is something, for example, that we use. You can do it seated, you can do it standing. You will go from here, you will retract the scapula, you will pull all the way to your face and then pull it back. Pull away all the way to your face and pull it back. Now, many times when we pull, the pulling is until this. What I wanna do, I really wanna fully focus on pulling. It's like showing the biceps, really engage the back of the shoulders. Now, you see when it comes to pulling movements, obviously then we have archer pull-up, focusing more on one side. Then we have a rope climbing. This is also something powerful because you will use your lats to bring yourself closer. You will use your arms. Rope climbing is a really powerful movement. We don't have a rope here, but it will be amazing to show. And it's not many people actually using that. But once when you build a foundation, it's simply nice that you play, you find what works for you in base of what you're doing and simply stick with that. Okay? I hope that was pretty clear when it comes to pulling motion. So the most important part is always you find the progression and the exercise that you can perform with the perfect form, with correct form, and then slowly build up. Doesn't matter if you do body weight, if you do weights, dumbbells, kettlebells, barbells, machines. It's all about being safe. It's all about progressive overload, right? We want to be able to slowly progress and then build it up, build it safe, and make the most out of it. Thank you, and I see you in the next one.